to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started, and we're off from Levi's Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. We'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw again, it's Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On third down, Purdy running in the red zone. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Now they'll try the point after. He misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And it bounces out of the... Set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Murray from the pistol. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. This couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And that means 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Connor here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And the man is there to knock that away.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. Got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Murray on 3rd down. He has all day, and the 49ers get there and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it stalled out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be taken down after advancing this to the 37. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Purdy on 1st down. Kittle brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. From the gun is Purdy. Running right side. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal. McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 12-point game in the 1st. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers put one more on that first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Ready to start this drive with Connor. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Makes the connection to James Conner. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. Throw is there, Trey McBride. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41. Murray looking to throw. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
After the sack, another pass on second down. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Arizona. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Returnable from the 2. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Keep moving. Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock. I want to see your team celebrate slowly. 79 Broncos. Right, offense. Keep pushing the ball.
And now Purdy. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That finds Ayuk. Complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. From the gun, McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. Second.
Now it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Even 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route going that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers go up by 12. George Kittle, the touchdown. Lombardi with the extra point. And the 49ers bump the lead up to 13 points. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Connor on the inside give. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Cardinals driving. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this one to Connor. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing here, Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Murray set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the gun, it's Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 19. He's got a man left. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Kyler looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a one-score game before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Purdy setting up that play action. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up Look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Right back to Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Man in motion here. Third down, Connor gets it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of just 2. They needed 5. It's going to be 4th and 3. On now comes their punter. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. He fields this at the 18. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. To throw again. It's Purdy. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's got him. That's McBride. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Kyler throwing here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Carry here for Connor. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. It's a James Conner touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals take the lead on that successful kick. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. He's going to field this at the 2. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Tracking 60.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Now Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give, left side to McCaffrey. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's Purdy. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Tossing this out to Connor. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now Murray on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And now they face second and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On second down, a run with Connor. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Connor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete, here's Connor. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gets this one to Harrison. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
From the 34. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Play action now, Murray. They did it! He made the interception! And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th. and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So 2nd down coming up. On the ground, this is Isaac Arinda. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Purdy to throw. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running left, it's Connor. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Throwing off the play fake here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Back to throw it. They did it. He made the interception. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finding Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Brought in by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. And that's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket. They're going to try for the touchdown first here, and goal to go. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Escapes the pocket. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals trail by a couple. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw it. Taken in by Tip Ryman. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Setting up to pass. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target. He could play on it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. He rolls to his right. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Looking to throw it. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now to throw. He's got him. That's McBride. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down carry for Connor. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now we get a timeout, and with just 2 seconds left, this game has set us up with an incredible ending. So now it all comes down to Chad Ryland. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. This 42 yards from the right half. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.